My name is Patty Cruz. I am the store manager at Harlem and Lawrence, and I'm part of the Hora del Cafe. So I'm gonna be cooking kind of like a snack. I'm from Guatemala, so my snack is gonna be a little bit easy. We don't need that much ingredients. So we're gonna make tostadas de guacamole y de frijoles. So for the frijoles, we're gonna need a little bit of chopped onions. So for that, it's just to get a little bit more flavor for the beans. Guatemalans, we use a lot of the black beans, so we're gonna be using just refried black. And for the guacamole, we're gonna obviously use a little bit of guacamole, and then we're gonna add a little bit of limes and also salt. And then we need also chopped parsley, just a little bit for the tostadas. We also need a little bit of Cotija cheese too. And then last but not least, we're also gonna need a little bit of decoration. So I also slice a little bit of onions too. So we're gonna start off with just bring a little bit of oil to our pan that is already pre-cooked and heated. So just a little bit so we can get a little bit of like the flavor. And just stir it a little bit. And now I'm gonna increase the heat just in case. And then a couple seconds. And then this is done. And then we're gonna stir it a little bit. While that's cooking, we're gonna open our black beans canned. There's a little bit of a trick. I like to just put it upside down and then just mash it a little bit so all the air comes out and our black beans can come out a little bit easier. And then I just open it. Just be careful so you don't cut yourself. And also another trick that I like to do is just to smash a little bit of our onions, because I know not everybody's super fan of them. Alrighty. And just move them on the side. And then now you're gonna put a little bit of your black beans. Let me just stir that a little bit more. So I chose this kind of like snack, or we call it refacción in Guatemala. Normally you eat this on Sundays after church or after like a Sunday afternoon. Okay. Perfect. And then you go with your grandparents or your parents, and then you go to the little parks. Normally there's a lot of people in the streets just selling this this food. So you can like order like whether it's black bean tostadas, or you can also order chuchitos, which is another type of tamal. This one is just a little bit easier for us. And we're just gonna let it cook for a little bit. So whilst that's cooking, we're gonna start with our avocado. So I'm gonna leave this over here. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take our avocado and then I'm gonna put some limes just to give it a little bit of flavor. So a little bit of difference between Mexicans and Guatemalans guacamole is just we normally just do it with lime, salt, and sometimes oregano. It just depends on the dish that you're making. So for this one, since it's just tostadas, I'm just gonna use limes and salts. We're not gonna add any oregano yet. Okay, let me leave one more. Oops. And then let me take this off. And then we're just gonna smash our avocado. It's okay if it has a little bit of onions in there. I can smell like the lime. Okay. So this type of like food in Guatemala is kind of like cheap. So it's, if you go to like the little parks or outside the church, the cost of it might be a little bit like less than $1, just because it's like typical food that you can make with not so much expense. I made on the side some atole de plátano, so that also can go really well whenever it's like a really chill weather. You can also have it with atol de elote or arroz con leche, arroz con chocolate as well. So seems very good. So right now I'm just gonna do a little bit of salt. I'm gonna move this. And then just a little bit more. And then let me move a little bit my frijoles so it doesn't get burned. These refried beans, since they're already in a can, it doesn't need too much to cook. So I think for like 5 minutes, it should be all good. So you just stir it. You can also fry a little bit of garlic if you want, but it's up to your taste. This one is almost done. And then we're just gonna mix our guacamole. And then let me just taste it. Perfect. There you go. Good. I think it needs a little bit more lime, so we're just gonna add an extra one. And then we're just gonna mix it again. I think that should be good. And we're done with our guacamole, we're done with our beans. So we're ready to start putting everything in our tostadas. So let me turn this off. And alrighty, so we're gonna do one guacamole. Okay. And then it's all good. So now you're gonna put your queso cotija. And then your parsley as well. Decoration, just 1 or 2. And then we're just mixing a little bit of our salsa. And that's it, our guacamole tostada. So now we're gonna do our black beans. Black beans are very similar, just instead of putting garlic, parsley, and onions, you're just gonna do queso cotija. Black beans are my favorite thing to eat in Guatemala, or here even. I can do that for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And there you go, tostadas de frijoles. Alrighty, thank you so much, guys. I hope that you learned something about Guatemalan dishes. This is very special to me because that reminds me to my family and my culture and my traditions. And yeah, thank you for being here, and thank you for also like visiting us. And then yeah, leave any comments or anything else you would like to learn. So thank you so much. Have a good day.
Nuestra mesa.